there are going to be innate cultural differences that you're going to run into, which makes it difficult for you to take your lobbying strategy that's going to work exactly in Washington, D.C. and plug it in over here. It's knowledge and transparency of the political process that you're working in the United States or in the EU, certainly. You have more representative governments, more democratic governments. That's not to say that that's necessarily a good or a bad thing, but if we look at China or if you look at even Singapore, Taiwan, there's less transparency in the political process. Now that leads to a problem, particularly for Western companies, of not understanding this is how a bill becomes a law. This is how I can play a role in the process. And that's the biggest challenge for companies, I think, is understanding just what they're getting into, because their knowledge base isn't there. We haven't done as much business, predominantly, we haven't done as much business in this part of the world. We don't know the people, we don't know the culture quite as well. And frankly, people don't know who a lot of foreign companies are. If you think particularly about China, if you're a foreign company, you are always going to be a foreign company. And the way that people influence each other, there's definitely a home field advantage. Now, as companies employ more local people, as they become more ingrained with the local culture, as they become more of a part of the culture, our ability to influence policymakers is going to increase. But that's going to take a lot longer time. And I think if Western companies think they're going to be able to do that quickly, they're mistaken.